Bonjour! Bonjour!
No.
Time for bladder check. Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
Hello! Hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch Battlestar Galactica Season 4, Episode 15 and 16. Before beginning this video, I'm filming this video on Monday. Normally I'm filming on the weekend, you know, on Saturday and Sunday, but I didn't film this weekend because I said it on Twitter and I said it also on a post on YouTube. I didn't want to film this weekend. I wanted to spend some time with my family because last week was... the 2 last weeks were rough, you know. In my personal life, I learned some bad news which were not concerning me directly, but you know me, you know that I'm not handling well to not involve myself in other person's story, feelings, and that's causing me a lot of stress and anxiety, and a lot of things that happened also on Twitter during these 2 last weeks about 2 of the shows that I love the most, The Expanse and The 100. We learned bad news, I don't know how to name that, about these 2 shows. It caused me a lot of disappointments and I didn't know how to handle this news. I was feeling betrayed, disgusted, mad and also a lot lost. But because of that, you know, because of that weird atmosphere that we had on Twitter about these 2 shows, I was not feeling it, you know, to film my reactions. Even if it's about another show, I was not feeling it, you know, like when you are disappointed about shows that you love, it's hard after that to watch again a show because you are like, I'm gonna involve myself into this show, I'm gonna involve myself into this story, these characters, and I don't want to be disappointed again. So what I decided for myself, you know, it's the fact that it's okay to involve myself into a story, into a show with characters, but I'm not gonna involve myself with the actors and actresses of these shows again. So yes, I was not I'm sorry, I think that I cut the part that I just made because I was losing myself and not finding my words correctly. The fact is that I was not feeling it to film this weekend because of all of this atmosphere on Twitter, because of the fact that I was disappointed and feeling lost after the news that I learned about The 100 and The Expanse, because of the fact that in my personal life I had also some issues to deal with during the 2 last weeks and I had enough, you know, I was tired a lot. And you know, when I edited my last reaction videos about Battlestar Galactica and also the last episodes of The Last Kingdom, I was feeling it also, you know, the fact that I was tired and the fact that I was not into the same mood that I'm usually, and I was feeling it. Maybe you didn't feel it, but I was feeling it, that my mood was really like, you know, not well, and I don't want to be like that with you, I don't want to be like that with the shows that I love, and I don't want to make that kind of reaction videos which are just criticizing, you know, the shows, the episodes and all of that. I don't want to be like that. So that's why maybe during the next weeks, you know, when I'm gonna finish the binge watching of Battlestar Galactica, I don't think that I'm gonna begin a new show after finishing Battlestar Galactica. Maybe I'm gonna make reaction videos for the last season of 13 Reasons Why because I didn't watch it yet, maybe not. But I'm not gonna begin a new show during this summer because I want to take some time for myself and also for some other projects that I have. And also because I want, you know, to let this weird period that we are living with shows, with news that we are learning about actors and actresses to pass and to not be impacted by that when I'm making reaction videos. And I think also that after almost one entire year to make 5 videos each week for you guys for this channel, I deserve also sometimes off, you know, so that's it. I'm gonna finish the binge watching of this show and you're gonna have all of the videos about it. I'm gonna finish also the last season of The 100, and after that I'm gonna be there for a new season of shows for which I'm already making reaction videos, but I'm not gonna begin new ones, not until September, I think. We'll see. Okay, about the last episodes of Battlestar Galactica, I said it, I had an issue with the rhythm of the episodes of this season 4. I have the impression that we have really slow episodes and quick episodes, and I saw it again during the editing. It was really like obvious for me. Some of you told me on the comments that you didn't feel it the first time that you watched the show, but also when you rewatch the show on your own. I'm sorry to say that I saw it again during the time of the editing, and I'm confirming that opinion that I had, you know, right there on this video. I don't think that, you know, it's something which is making me not like the season or something like that. I just think that this is an issue with the season, but I think that it can be explained by the fact that it was the last season of the show and I had a lot of things to resolve into this last season, and also by the strike that they had during this last season, and also they separated, one of you told me that they separated this season in 2 parts, you know. You had to wait sometimes after the episode 10 before watching the rest of the episodes, so maybe it can be explained also by that. About what happened really during the last episode about Gaeta and this coup that he made with Zarek, I'm confirming also to you my opinion about that, the fact that for me it was almost necessary, you know, the fact that we had something like that happening, a mutiny, you know, a coup, a military coup made by the ones who were not okay to make a peace, an alliance with the Cylons. Of course we were gonna have that, because after spending all of this time fighting with the Cylons and losing people because of the Cylons, of course some people were not gonna be okay to just make peace with them. So we had to have that, a coup, a mutiny, something like that. And also we had to have persons in high places to lead that revolution, that thing, that coup. Zarek was the obvious choice, you know, for the political aspect, but for the military aspect, I still think that maybe Gaeta was not the right person for that. Not just because of the fact that I liked his character, but because of the fact that he was so loyal to everyone that I had trouble to really imagine that he could have made that decision. Even if one of you really in one comment told me all of the things that he had to deal with during all of these seasons, the fact that everyone at some point mistreated him, was really treating him bad by wanting to kill him or stuff like that. And I know that, I see that, I understand your point of view, and I can see that Gaeta was mistreated and okay, maybe was not okay with that at some point and wanted to tell to everyone, hey, you are mistreating me bad and I'm not okay with the situation and I'm gonna do what I want to do. Okay, again, I'm okay with that, but the fact that we didn't see remorse coming from him until really the end of the episode 3, you know, of this coup, because this coup happened in 3 episodes, we saw remorse coming from him, regrets, only at the end of the last episode of the episode 3. And maybe that's why, you know, I had trouble to believe that Gaeta was doing all of that and it felt off for me. Because we didn't see regrets until really the end, until the moment, you know, when he was into Adama's office, and also at the end when he decided to stop everything. Before them stopping him. Do you understand what I mean? I wanted to see that, you know, to see a look, something on his face before really the end of this episode. So, of course, yes, him being killed like that, I'm still not okay with that. I'm glad I saw that during the editing. I missed it during the episode. You know, when he said at the end of the last episode that it stopped, he was talking about his leg and the pain in his leg, and just before being killed, he said that the pain stopped. And that was beautiful. I almost cried again during the editing when I saw and understood this moment, because it meant that his pain, not just physical, you know, also I think all of the rest stopped, and I was glad for him, and that was great also, you know, to put that into the episode, to put that for his character, for closing, you know, things with his character. That was great. But I'm still not okay with the fact that he was killed, and I hope that, you know, on one hand, I hope that they're not gonna talk again about him and saying bad stuff about him, because I'm gonna be really mad and I'm not gonna handle that well. And on the other hand, I hope that they're gonna talk again about him, because I want them to honor him, to understand him and all of that. Okay, I'm gonna watch the episode, but also before beginning, I want to warn you, maybe you can see it, I was really eaten by a mosquito during... I don't know if you're saying a mosquito. I was eaten during all of the night, so I have things in my arms like that. I'm sorry if it's disturbing for you, but it's also really disturbing for me, and maybe I'm gonna be like that, you know, during the video. I prefer to warn you, and I'm sorry for that in advance. Let's go for these two episodes. You have the reaction part on the description. Come back for the review of the first episode in this video, the reaction part of the second episode on the description, and then the review of the two episodes together in this YouTube video. Oh, and I'm sorry also for the light, but that's it. It's summer, so I had to close my blinds, and you know, I'm feeling hot, but I think that you can still see me just enough for these videos. Let's go! Mosquitoes in general, they love me, really, they love my blood, my skin. I'm really like, when there is one mosquito in all of the area, you know, in all of the kilometer around the place, it's for me. It means that soon the Galactica is gonna be half Cylon, half human. Do you understand what I mean? We're gonna have a biological Cylon thing covering up the Galactica. Okay, helping the Galactica to stay like that and to not be destroyed. Sorry for my hair. To not be destroyed, but still. The Galactica is gonna be half Cylon. I was not ready for that. Like, I was not ready for all of the informations that we had during this episode. I'm sorry for my reactions during this episode, because I'm not sure that I had a lot of reactions, because I was so focused on understanding everything. I have the impression that he told, you know, Sam told us so many informations and explanations about what happened on Earth, this Holocaust, how they ended up on Cobol, on the other planets. They tried to stop the war between Centurions and humans by giving all of the information to the Centurions. All of that, and the fact that it was Helen who created all of them, beginning with Cavill, you know, with number 1. It was not a mistake, but he had an issue, you know, and that's why he's acting like that. Starbuck thinking that she was number 7. all of this information, I think that I need sometimes to process all of it. But about this Daniel, do I have an issue with my memories? I have the impression that we never heard anything about Daniel before. Daniel died and was totally destroyed by the ones. I mean, all of the copies of Daniel, this number 7, died. And we are over with him. He was Helen's favorite, he was an artist. Was he related to Starbuck? I'm thinking of that because of the artist thing, you know, but maybe not. I really don't remember that name being said before. This number 7, we never talked about the number 7 before. Number 6, number 8, number 1, but not the number 7. I wasn't worried about the fact that we didn't hear anything about that number before. That's weird. I mean, for me, you know, the fact that I didn't notice that before, or maybe the fact that I don't remember the name of Daniel. There is something weird right there. But that episode was great, you know, to spend almost the half of the episode with Helen resurrecting on Cavill's ship, telling all of that, saying all of that to Cavill, and Boomer hearing all of that, and finally Boomer changing her mind and helping Helen to get out. They jumped at the end, okay, but they can't leave just the two of them, they need help. So I think that soon we're gonna see them coming to the fleet, you know, to the Galactica, the Rebel Cylons and all of that. They're gonna come with information, but also with themselves, you know. Seeing Helen and Boomer coming back, the Colonel and the Chief are gonna have to deal with that. I mean, we saw that the Chief is still in love with Boomer. He said that Callie was his second choice, but in fact he loved Boomer since the beginning and he still loves her. I didn't like that, so I'm not gonna like, you know, him being back with Boomer. I mean, I'm not against their relationship, their couple, and I even loved the two of them together. But the fact that they're gonna be reunited after him saying that about Callie, that's something with which I'm gonna have to deal with, you know. I mean, I'm gonna be okay with the two of them being back together, but I'm not gonna be okay about discussions, you know, with the two of them saying that they were soulmates since the beginning or stuff like that. I'm not gonna accept that, you know. If they are putting that kind of discussions into the show, I'm not gonna be okay with it. The Colonel, Helen is gonna be back while Caprica is pregnant with the Colonel's baby. That's gonna be fun. But yes, you know, in fact, we had 3 things, you know, during this episode, main things. Sam, his surgery, the fact that he was remembering all of that, all of his memory, him saying all of his memories to all of them. Finally, the bullet being back, and finally, he's not there anymore, you know. Maybe it can be possible, but I'm worried about that. If he's not there anymore into that body, the hub is destroyed, so he's nowhere. I mean, he can't resurrect. Helen, she resurrected before the hub being destroyed. Now that the hub is destroyed, Sam being killed, his brain, you know, being damaged like that for good, he can't come back. We'll see. We're gonna discover that during the next episode, I think. But I said it during the episode, I have a bad feeling about Sam. I think that he's gonna die. And maybe that was his way to die, you know? A brain death, you know? I don't know how to say it in English, but you understood me. The second thing that we had during this episode, still on the Galactica, is the fact that the Galactica is not in a good health, you know? That ship, we need to take care of her. They need to take care of her. Adama was trying to take care of the ship by asking the chief to come back as the chief and to repair it, but turned out that they need Cylons technology, biological technology to repair it, and Adama accepted it. So he has an XO and a chief who are Cylons, and he's gonna have soon a Cylon ship, an half Cylon ship. That's gonna be something. And the third story that we had during this episode, it was about Helen resurrecting, what happened to her during all of this time. And that was great. All of this episode was so great and so interesting. It gave me so many things to think about. And I have the impression that I understood just the half of it, you know, that some things are gonna be more clear with the next episodes and with time, you know, with me thinking about each details that they said. But it was already so interesting, and again, I'm sorry if I didn't react a lot during this episode. It was because of the fact that I was so focused on the informations that they were saying, that I was, you know, jumping on each information, trying to make them clear with what I know about the show and what I remember about the show, because again, I can't remember a moment when I talk about Daniel. I'm really, you know, repeating that into my head, like, Daniel? Did I know Daniel before? Okay, I'm gonna stop right now and I'm gonna watch the next episode for you. It's still on the reaction part. And then come back for the review of the 2 episodes together. Let's go! I'm trying to think, you know, to process what happened during this episode and the last one. The return of Helen on the show and on the Galactica brought so many questions and also answers with her. I can't believe that Sam is not dead. I really thought that it was the end of Sam. I don't know why. Maybe because since episodes or seasons or so, I always had the impression that Sam was gonna die at some point. On that planet, you know, where we had the Temple of the Five, I think that I was worried about it also on another context, you know, on another episode. I really always had this impression that Sam was gonna die at some point, and I thought that it was finally it, you know, that his brain was off, was dead, and because we had no hub anymore, he was dead, finally. But he's not. He's back. Not really, not yet, but he's gonna be back. I'm so confused about that because of my impression that he was gonna die one day, and because of the fact that it means that he's gonna be back with new answers, new explanations, new memories, maybe. Liam is dead. I'm so sorry for Caprica and the Colonel, but I'm also like that, you know, with Helen. You know, I don't believe in things which are happening just like that in this show. I really think that the fact that she was feeling less and less, I mean Caprica was feeling less and less well, in good health, when Helen came back and was sleeping with the Colonel and was torturing Caprica with that idea, and with Liam and all of that, with getting out the Galactica. I mean, she put Caprica in so much stress that of course it was gonna have an impact on Liam, but losing him, I'm saying him even if I'm not sure of what Liam was gonna be. You know, I'm still not sure of that. Because we never had 2 Cylons having a baby. I wanted to see it. I wanted Caprica to have it because I like her character, and I think that it was gonna be interesting to have it, you know, to see the face of Liam, you know, silent baby. But some of you told me on the comments, you know, when you saw that I was so annoyed by the fact that they made Nick not being an half Cylon baby because of the fact that Callie slept with Hot Dog, and that news came from nowhere, and I thought that it was just, you know, a tool used by the writer to justify the fact that the chief was not a good dad and that Callie and him were not having a good relationship because of the fact that Nick was not really the chief's baby. I didn't like that, and some of you told me on the comments that it was also a way for the writers to make Hera the only, you know, face of the things which are gonna come, face of the future, to make Hera the only kid, half human, half Cylon. They needed Nick to be just a human kid, and by making this kid not the chief kid but Hot Dog kid, it was the way to do it. Maybe that's why also they killed like that. I mean, the writers killed Liam like that because they needed to have just Hera as the face of the things which are gonna come. We had too many babies, you know, but maybe it was not something that could really happen. I mean, even if Ellen didn't come, even if Ellen didn't put Caprica under that stress, maybe at some point she was gonna lose Liam no matter what, because Liam, a Cylon baby, was not supposed to come no matter what. Ellen, I forgot that she was manipulative like that. I know that some of you are gonna be like, come on, she loved the colonel, she did all of that to survive with the colonel, you know, all of that since the beginning, since Earth, and since the fact that she found a way to escape with him, to resurrect the first time. Then she created all of this silence with the 5%, you know, the 5 first. You know, she did all of that for the colonel, so it can explain the fact that she was jealous, the fact that the colonel loves someone else, about the fact that Caprica managed to be pregnant when Ellen was never pregnant, the fact that she was adopting, that the colonel never loved her because of that. I know, really I know, and I understand all of Ellen's fears and also all of her jealousy, and I understand all of that, but still, when she was speaking to the colonel, especially, you know, near to Caprica, lying like that in the hospital, I was not feeling empathy and compassion, you know, coming from her. I was really feeling a lot of manipulative words, lines, like all of the manipulative persons that you can know in some bad relationships, you know, who are acting like they care and like they are really worried about a situation or someone, when in fact they are just thinking about themselves and pretending to be like that, faking a feeling or something like that. We all know people who did that in our personal lives and all, and right there she really gave me that feeling, and she really reminded me these persons. I didn't buy it, you know, I didn't buy her false compassion just right there, her trying to reunite the colonel, to make him say to her that in fact he loves her more. It felt weird for sure, and also really false coming from Ellen. I don't know if she did it on purpose or not, but for sure she was a part of the issue, you know, she was a part of why Caprica was feeling so stressed, and maybe why she lost Liam, and maybe more than just feeling stressed, you know, maybe we didn't see something that she did, I don't know. And we have also, you know, on the background, Lee wants to have a new crew room, but based on the ships and not anymore on the planets. That's a good idea. The fact that he's gonna take, in fact, the role of the real president unofficially. Why not? That's great. Starbuck, we're so lost. Like I said during the episode, I'm missing the real Starbuck, you know. Since the beginning of this season, I have the impression that we never had a moment with the real Starbuck. I mean the Starbuck that I love, the Starbuck who can smile like that, like Elle, you know, that smile when she's smiling like that. I love her so much, and I have the impression that since she came back, we never saw her smiling like that. We never had a moment when she was like that. I'm missing her. I'm really missing Starbuck. She was lost during all of the beginning of the season because no one was believing into her, the fact that she went on Earth, and she seemed crazy to everyone and also sometimes to the viewers because she was losing it, because no one was believing her, you know, it was something like that, and that was hard to see her like that, and she was in pain, and that was an hard moment for her. And then we had a little break for her. Now she's losing Sam. She doesn't know what happened on Earth, how she can be dead on Earth and still there. I still can't understand that if it's not this theory about her being the 13th Cylon. I can't explain how she can be dead and still alive if it's not by the fact that she's a Cylon. I want to discover that, to have this information, but also for her to have her back. I want Starbuck to come back, really. She's back, but she's not really back. Again, we didn't see her smiling like Starbuck is smiling. These 2 episodes were in fact about the Cylons, you know, about the Cylons characters. If we think about it, we were really with them, we were really with the Colonel, Hélène, Caprica, Sam. With Gaius also, I didn't talk about Gaius. Gaius, you know that I'm beginning to like him during this season 4, because also he's beginning to be honest. He's beginning to be sincere when he's saying that he wants to help people, that he wants also to convert them to this God, because he found also faith into this God. He's sincere with that. But during this episode, Gaius, you were like that with that woman because she was a good-looking woman. You were like that with all of these people trying to give them food because you wanted to take back your place, you know. But at the end, you know, to see all of them with big guns, I'm worried about that. Not because I don't trust women to be able to handle these guns right, because of the fact that giving guns to people for defending themselves on their own without, you know, police, justice and all of that, I'm not sure that it can really work. And I'm gonna see that on another day, and also you're gonna see that on another day. Again, I'm sorry if I didn't post this video on Monday, because Monday is today for me, but I needed sometimes to breathe, to disconnect, you know, from Twitter, from my personal issues, and see, I enjoyed a lot more the binge watching of these 2 episodes with my mind, you know, released. I don't know if it's a good word for that, but you know, I was much more into the story and I was having much more an open mind about everything that happened and all of that, and it was great. It felt great, and I hope that it was great also for you. I don't know if I reacted a lot because we had so many informations that maybe I didn't react a lot and I was more trying to understand everything. I'm gonna see that during the editing. Okay, so it's all for Battlestar Galactica for you and for me for today. So it's all for me for now. So bye for now. Bye.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine? Great.